Greetings. Yes, it is I, the original lead singer of Iron Maiden. Pterosaur Terrorize. Now enjoy the 5th episode of my favorite podcast, Just Fantasy, the Beastiesality podcast with Mitch and Kevin.
Were the reflections of my Walkman staring back at me? 'Cause in my dreams, it's always there. The evil face that twists my mind and brings me to despair.
Beastiesality podcast, 2019, year 2. It's Mitch here. Kevin's here too with me.
Hey.
I don't know if we've said our names since the first episode, so I thought it might be nice to say them.
I think it's pretty nice.
Remind people who they're dealing with. So today we watched episode 5, Chain of Command. Kind of a whirlwind episode.
It was super exciting.
Yeah. Exciting. But I don't know if I felt positive about everything that happened, but yeah, definitely a lot to talk about.
A lot of fighting, basically right from the beginning.
Yeah, there might have been like a second of dialogue before the fighting broke out.
They're just checking out those stones.
Yeah, the ruins.
Optimus,
the standing stones.
The standing
is what they call
stones.
them, yeah.
Optimus pointing up the obvious and saying that they're not natural, as they roll up on them.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's like, somebody definitely put these stones here. It's like, yeah, dude.
What was it? Cheetor said something later too. He called somebody out for pointing out the obvious. When they had to turn back into beast mode.
Yeah. Did you really? He just said something to Rat Trap. Like, did you really have to tell us that?
It's we have to turn back into beast mode. Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah, no, that was funny. But they start out at the ruins, kind of realize something is up. They detect Energon.
Yeah.
In there's a pile of rubble at the middle of the standing stones, and they're like, there's Energon in that rubble. They're like, let's get it before the Predacons get here.
And then who shows up?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The Predacons.
Almost immediately, the Predacons show up. It looks like it's just a couple of them, but it ends up being all of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, even Scorponok was there. I'm pretty sure it was everybody.
It was a pretty one-sided fight, though. It seemed like the Maximals were just wrecking them.
Yeah, Optimus kind of chilled for a second, but then he was like, all right, I got this.
Yep.
Jumps up into the air, and he's got these cannons on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Is that the first we saw of those? I feel like I feel like we saw a couple new weapons this time.
Yeah, there's definitely new weapons.
I feel like the first episode when he had a gun, he had a gun that he held in his hand.
Yeah, but
I don't know if he had these shoulder cannons.
The first time we saw him flying, he might have.
He might have had the shoulder cannons.
Might have, but I can't remember for sure.
Right on. I loved the shoulder cannons. I thought they were really
sick.
Cool. Yeah.
Cheetor sniped Scorponok off the top.
Yeah.
And then Rat Trap snipes somebody else, maybe Tarantulas.
Yeah,
they were just picking them all off.
It was Tarantulas because then Pterosaur
and Waspinator were the ones that Optimus was trying to hit with the cannons.
Right, but Pterosaur ends up blowing up.
Yeah, that's right.
The Energon.
Yep.
Which at that point, everybody's like, oh, well, let's bounce.
Yeah,
Like,
this is lame now. Like, Megatron gets mad. I didn't know that that's how it worked. That, like, if it gets exposed, I guess it's useless now, or is that
Yeah.
always what it is, or I don't know.
I think that's what it's been like. Like it's only good to them, like raw energon. Like,
I guess, do they have to, like, put something over it before it's exposed and then expose it? Or maybe there's just, like, a little thing that probes it from the ground?
I think if they would have just exposed it and not hit it with energy, it would have been fine.
Oh, like if they gently kind of took the rocks off.
Yeah, I think like they could have extracted it safely
Right.
without like because it said like now the energy has been released from or the
Yeah.
energon has been released or something. I think it's the idea that like it stores the energy, but then like once it's like agitated, it
Yeah.
expels the energy.
That makes sense. And then it shoots a giant beam into space.
Yeah, it's like a flare or something that like shoots into space, and everybody's like, "That's kind of weird. I wonder what's gonna happen with that."
Yeah,
And
maybe
then-
sometime we'll find out.
And then automatic cut to it's like nighttime now. I'm guessing a completely different day. Like I don't think it was the same
Yeah.
day. Like it seemed
Yeah,
to
who
me
knows?
like a lot of time had passed. But yeah, cut to the nighttime, and we see some sort of space debris flying through the atmosphere of the planet and landing at the Standing Stones.
Yeah. And then, so each team kind of,
Yeah, Predacons and
makes a
Maximals
little-
both notice.
yeah, they set up little duos to go look for it. And we got Optimus and Dinobot, which is a pretty high tier team.
Yeah, that's like expecting the worst.
Yeah. And then Megatron and who's with him? I can't remember.
I want to say it was Tarantulas, but it might have been Scorponok.
I don't know if it was Scorponok because he was one of the people who reacted to the news that Optimus was gone.
Oh, right.
And I remember because I was like, oh, like, and like I know I'm skipping ahead a bit, but I was like, oh, he's like a caveman. Like,
Yeah,
I knew he was
yeah.
like childish before, but he was like straight up like
Yeah, he's
talking like a caveman. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's more of like a numbskull than like a kid. But yeah, I don't think you jump too far. They find the pod,
Yeah.
and they start to fight over it. Can't
Yep.
really decide what's gonna happen, and then the pod sends out another energon blast, which kind of like cripples everybody.
It looks horrifying too.
Yeah.
Like there was like the light coming out of their faces and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. And then a white beam comes out of the space debris,
Yeah.
or I guess they're calling it a pod now,
Right.
and like shoots Optimus and makes Optimus completely
Yeah,
disappear.
he just gets
Like,
vaporized.
yeah,
And he was the only one not in bot form. Because he got like knocked out or something and like couldn't turn into bot mode.
Yeah, I think like they thought they were okay, and then like they got sneak attacked by the Predacons.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
Optimus
that's
got
what it
knocked
is.
out.
The first hit, knocked out.
Yeah.
Knocked out Optimus. And then he's also the unlucky guy who gets vaporized.
Yeah.
Then we got Dinobot waking up thinking he's getting tortured by the Maximals, and he satisfyingly jumps on Rat Trap.
Yeah, that was exciting.
He was tripping for a second.
Yeah, no, it was very much like waking up out of a nightmare, or like like somebody like lost their memories
Yeah.
or something. I was wondering what like happened to him, but he was just a little stirred up. Comes to, and in his mind, Optimus is definitely dead.
Yep.
He tells everybody as much, that Optimus has fallen in battle, and he claims the new position as leader of the Maximals.
Which makes the most sense to me. He's the only one who would even challenge Optimus. I don't know if Rat Trap thinks he's supposed to be second in command right away, but he definitely is the first guy to challenge, or not challenge him physically, but challenge him.
He's the only one who like has a different
authority.
opinion. Yeah. Which is weird. That these are the two options. I would have said Rhinoc should have been the leader.
Like,
he seems like the most like in line with Optimus's ideals.
And he's the only one who remembers what they actually do in this kind of situation.
Right, yeah.
Which is the maximal tradition of secret ballot. And when they're counting the votes and it's one for Dinobot, one for Rat Trap, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Dinobot voted for himself. Rat Trap voted for
That's
himself.
what I thought that he was gonna go, and one for Cheetor.
Yeah.
And one for I thought
Or maybe two for Rhinox. Two for Rat. Who
I
voted
know,
for
right?
Rat Trap?
I think that means Rhinoc voted for Dinobot.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think it's gotta mean that
Because he's got the clearest head.
which is like another like
Oh, yeah.
knock on Rhinoc might be
Right,
evil.
yeah. I just can't see Cheetor voting for Dinobot. But also, it's like, why wouldn't he vote for himself? I guess, well, I could see him not voting for himself, but just not Rat Trap. Like, to me, it's Rhinox or himself, and that's really the only way I could see it.
It's wild that either of them got 2 votes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, super weird. But it doesn't matter what happens with the vote because as soon as the vote's over the speaker of the ship, Optimus starts talking, and he's like, come in. And they're like, Optimus, where are you? And he's like, I don't know. Like, my body, my physical form is trapped inside the pod.
Somehow he just, like, knows what's up. Like,
I'm out here just, like, wandering around my spirit or whatever.
Like, can he see anything? Like, is he just in some limbo where he can just hear his own voice, but he okay, I think I know what happened. My microbiology or whatever he was talking about.
Yeah, no, he was definitely, like, real familiar, or not familiar, but, like, he definitely seemed comfortable with the situation.
Yeah. Puts Rat Trap in command.
Yeah, he goes, Rat Trap, you're in command.
Do you think Rhinox? What do you think he felt about that?
I think he was happy that it was resolved. I honestly think that if Optimus doesn't see what's messed up about putting Rhinoc or putting Rat Trap in command, then I don't think Rhinoc does.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm thinking maybe it was just a test of Rat Trap. Because in Optimus, like, when he pulls Rhinox aside later, he's like, look, man, obviously if I was gone for good, you'd be the head honcho or whatever, at least over Rat Trap. But, this was our chance to kind of put Rat Trap to the test a bit, help him grow. You know what I mean?
You think Optimus was so confident that he was going to be able to come back?
Yes, man. He's optimistic.
He was like, we've got 26 episodes. You think they're going to kill me? I know I'm coming back.
I think he knew.
I don't know, dude. That seems wild to me. That seems super wild to me.
I think at the minimum, even if he couldn't come back, he'd just command from the ship.
I'd rather Optimus be stupid enough to give him the command than him be so wild
than him know
as to just like assume that he's gonna be able to come back in time to save the day. And like, don't get me wrong, Rat Trap did great.
Yeah.
He I don't know if he could have did better. Like, he did great. He saved the day.
And he was confident in it. Like, he wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh, could you, like, he does say please at one point, but only because Dinobot is occupied.
Yeah, no, well, and again, like, nobody's really taking Rat Trap seriously in the role. But he got the job done.
And he's playing the part. So the Predacons, they take the opportunity to come attack the Maximal base because they know that
Optimus is gone.
Yeah, and they're going to be trying to figure out who's going to be the leader. And then there's a sick fight. Like,
Yeah.
that fight was awesome.
Yeah, I think this is my new favorite fight. I think it beats the Beast fight.
Yeah, maybe.
When Megatron and Dinobot are fist fighting,
Dude, it was so... Man,
I was
Dinobot
getting
was
so
fucking him
hyped, dude.
up, man.
Yeah, I know, right? He hits him with the kick, the flying kick
yeah.
right off the jump, dude.
Yeah, that was
so
amazing.
Dope. That
So
was
that might
like
be the first kick.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that was like Liu Kang all the way.
Yeah, very cool.
And he's even, with the fist, he's blocking, and then he just starts going to town on him. I guess it doesn't do any permanent damage, but, I mean, Dinobot was looking way better than Megatron in that fight.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of have a feeling that like Megatron's like an old man in this game. You know what I mean? Because I haven't seen him throw down, other than that one fight with Optimus. I haven't really like seen him like throw down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's kind of like a command from the back, shoot projectiles kind of guy.
Yeah, that's how I feel about him.
And he's definitely a good opportunist. You know what I mean? Like I think that's why he's in command. But yeah, Dinobot Dinobot was looking good in that episode. And I didn't realize how big Dinobot was. There was a couple shots where Dinobot looked like twice as big as even like Optimus. And I don't know if I'm thinking of it was Dinobot in robot form and Optimus in beast form.
That scene,
But it was like, damn, like he's tall.
He is tall. I'd say he's still like short enough that Megatron makes him look small.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's
Megatron's
as
really
big as
big.
Rhinox either.
He's taller than Rhinox.
He is?
Yeah, I think so. I was trying to look
Rhinox
through his
doesn't
parts.
like really have a head though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that separate from his body. You know what I mean? It's kind of like yeah, or
He's
like
kinda
no
built-
neck.
You know the Marines from StarCraft? They just kind of have that dome at the
Yeah,
top. They're kind of
yeah.
like that. He's all shoulders.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, he's definitely way wider than Dinobot.
Right.
And I don't know, some scenes I'm like, is this a
Which is
perspective
fine.
scene? Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, I'm going to be paying more attention to his height. I want to kind of make a little height tier list.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that might be Megatron. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say Megatron does win the height tier list. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What else going on in this fight? We got, so the other guys are just kind of doing what they do. Rat Trap and Cheetor are just kind of blasting at Pterosaur and Waspinator, I think.
Yeah, it is Pterosaur and Waspinator. And then
But it's like the shields
on the
are going down.
inside, though, Rhinox
right.
is making a tool to extract Optimus Prime from this alien ship, which
It's
is
like
like
winging
how
it.
would you even?
It's like, I don't know, I guess I'll put this here. Like, he recognizes it's like he even is building himself up a bit. He's like, if I do this, I'm amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's like,
And he doesn't. I mean, it just it doesn't work.
it doesn't work,
tried.
but everything works out fine.
There was a sick Rat Trap moment where, he tells Dinobot, hey,
shields
go
are
press
down.
the shield button or whatever.
Yeah.
And fair enough, Dinobot's taking on the hardest guy.
I don't know if that's fair enough, especially since Megatron's like this old dude. I think he could have gotten away
I guess
from Megatron
we have to
easy
see
enough.
We have to see Megatron fight the other Predacons.
Right. Or the other Maximals.
Yeah, other Maximals. Yeah, but like I don't know, like like Tarantulas might even be the hardest to fight.
Right.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's definitely tough.
Oh yeah. I'm saying he's definitely tough. He just might not be like as agile and like resilient as
And not like
a Dinobot who's like this young.
Yeah,
and maybe not like young.
He
but
seems
like
pretty young.
younger, like
I think if he's not in his
fierce
prime,
dude,
he's
you know what I mean?
just past his prime. If
Yeah.
that. But yeah, Rat Trap makes this crazy move where he like flips upside down.
Yeah, he like he's like booking it to the ship.
Yeah.
Sees Waspinator above him?
I think it's Pterosaur, and he's shooting at him because I don't
Right.
even think he looks back. I think he just sees he's getting shot at.
Slides on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Shoots up into the air to like hit whatever Predacon it was.
Yeah.
And then hits the button just in time for Pterosaur's 3 shots to hit, but get reflected by the shield.
All in the same motion.
Yeah, exactly.
And no scopes Pterosaur.
Yeah, Pterosaur it goes back to Megatron. He's like, yo, we should fall back.
I thought Megatron was going to get pissed when he said that. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, for sure, right? But no, he was like, yes, like, that's where the pod is. We'll have more people.
Yeah.
We'll be able to beat them there. So we reconvene at the Standing Stones.
Yep.
And they get ready to we don't see the Predacons anywhere.
Yeah, it just kind of skips to the stones at that point, I think.
Yeah. And Rhinox is about to use his extraction tool when the Predacons strike again.
It's like weird that the Predacons aren't here and they're all standing the same way.
Yeah, so they come in. They all begin to fight again.
Yeah.
It's not like as crazy of fighting
No.
before the white light like shines again and who shows up, but Optimus is
Right.
back. Seemingly for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait.
Well-
Rhinox realizes that it's all one device. It's what happens.
Yeah.
Rhinox realizes, oh, this is all one device, and somebody gets shot and, like, stumbles back into one of the standing stones.
Yeah, remember Waspinator tries to sneak up on Rhinox, and Rhinox reveals he has a Gatling gun, and like fucks Waspinator.
Literally, like, unloads the whole fucking clip on him.
Like the most I've even seen somebody. His arm flies off. He just keeps blasting him. There's like parts flying everywhere. That was sick.
No remorse at all.
I loved that.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. Yeah, literally like unloads 100 rounds into Waspinator.
It was kind of dark. Like I feel like.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, like, are you done? Yeah, he stumbles into the standing stone.
Yeah.
And then all of the standing stones start emitting energon, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Energy. And the pod opens up and Optimus appears.
Yeah.
And then the pod disappears.
Yeah. Yeah. When they're like, what should we do about this pod? And then the pod just disappears. And they're like, okay.
And they assumed that it was like researching them or something.
Yeah, that it was trying to get some kind of information.
Yeah.
Which I guess that makes sense. I mean, whatever this is gets the probe or gets the signal so they know something's going on. And I guess this thing just pays attention, or I guess it kind of ate Optimus for a bit. So maybe it got some information from that.
Yeah, it's unclear. Dinobot says at the very end that he wonders if it's friend, foe, or something more. To which I was like, does he mean like love? Like what does like something
I was
more
trying to
mean
think.
in the sense of friendship, foe, or something more? Like that feels like marriage to me.
I think so. I think it's like what he's missing. That's what
Right.
he's hoping, at least.
Yeah, he's like looking at his Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and he's like, okay, yeah, next is I need a little beastie on the side.
Dinobot.
Dinobot. Yeah, no, I think that's better than Dinobotus.
Bodice?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Or like just like Dinobot, but with like a TE at the end.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways, that was pretty much the episode. It was pretty wild.
I really liked it.
Yeah, a lot happened. As disappointed as I am that I didn't get to hate Rat Trap in this episode. Yeah, it was really cool. A lot of cool stuff happened. So yeah, there's one thing that I wanted to get into at the end of our episode today, but how about we kick it to our favorite segment? It's the MVB segment.
Yeah.
So come find me. I am a
MVB. All right. Kevin, who's your MVB today?
Like it could be Rat Trap. He did really good. I definitely have my Dinobot bias going on. As far as fighting, it's like I have to think of what is the definition of an MVB for me. Is it who was the most useful? Is it who was the coolest? Because I feel like Rhinox, even that one scene where he's blasting Waspinator, was equally as cool to me as Dinobot's whole melee fight scene.
Right. But aside from that, everything that Rhinox achieved was for nothing. Like Rhinox settled the vote, or settled the dispute,
and then
but it didn't matter because Optimus broke the tie. He built the extractor, but it didn't matter because the pod just let Optimus out.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like although Rhinox was trying really hard, I don't think like much came of it.
Yeah, he didn't do anything bad, but yeah, nothing, like if he wasn't there, it kind of would have been the same.
Yeah.
Other than him blasting Waspinator, that was pretty much the only useful thing he did.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't know. I think because of the move that Rat Trap does, where he blasts Pterosaur and does it, I'm giving
It's
it
got to be Rat Trap, and I'm not happy about it. I don't know how you feel about it. I'm not happy about it, but it is Rat Trap is the MVB.
I'm like, there's already recording of it, me kind of giving him props, so like I can't even go back and think of something different. It's got to be him.
Yeah, it really sucks, but this week the MVB is Rat Trap. Thank you for the theme song by Creations Excite Us.
It's appreciated. There's one more thing I forgot about where Dinobot apologizes to Rat Trap for being dishonorable by not listening to his command, even though he had a pretty good excuse. And then Rat Trap's kind of like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, get me next time or something.
That might have been the only kind of amicable moment between the two.
Yeah, and I actually think it kind of showed a little bit more it was like more positive on Rat Trap than it was, because sure, it showed that that Dinobot could apologize, even though it was like kind of a fake apology, even though he was kind of just deprecating himself in front of Rat Trap. Like, he never said, "I'm sorry." He was like, "I'm so dishonorable."
Yeah, and we already know
which
that
isn't an apology.
It's not. It's just an acknowledgement of a fault, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, and we already know that he's all about honor. So that it wasn't really a surprise.
Right.
But yeah, for Rat Trap
to not hold a grudge.
Yeah.
To, you know what I mean? Be like, because he was legitimately the leader. You know what I mean? It's not like he put himself in that situation. He had the blessing of the past leader to lead.
Yep.
And he was disrespected when giving an order. And he didn't like hold a grudge because of that.
Right. I feel like a bit of Rat Trap, because that's kind of what happened in the first episode when Optimus gives the order to Rat Trap.
Right.
And I feel like Rat Trap a little bit was like, oh, okay, I see how it is. Like,
right.
in the
end,
it's hard.
Even in the end, Rat Trap was like, man, leading is super hard. Like you can keep that. Like I'm forget that.
I wanted Optimus to be like, oh yeah. No, of course. I mean, yeah. What, do you think there was any chance you'd stay commander? Like, of course it's for me.
You're an idiot. You're literally a rat.
But yeah, great episode. I'm excited for next.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I feel like we can change this at any time, but I thought it would be really fun if me and Kevin made up our very own avatars, or like beastie versions of us. And I guess we can't do. I guess we'll have to do a beast form and a robot, whether you're maximized or terrorized.
Yeah.
You'll have to pick what side you're on.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess we'll say like pick a couple weapons and like sort of what you're gonna look like.
Right.
But like we'll go back and forth for ideas because I don't have mine fully fleshed out.
Yeah, I started when you said that. I started panicking. I was like, I have
all
so
good.
much to think about.
I kind of have at least what my beast form is gonna be down, and I think I'd want to be a frog.
Nah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, like a big frog that can like jump real high.
That'd be dope. Yeah, there's no real jumpers.
There's no jumpers.
Yeah.
There's flyers, and I feel like I'd be able to compete with the flyers.
You're good
as a
against
jumper.
fly, like, because there'd be a tongue aspect to it.
Yeah.
Like
for
Waspinator would be tripping.
Yeah, exactly. All the bug guys.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna keep mine a secret until next episode.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be a cliffhanger. I don't want to commit to him right now, but
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just gonna go through mine then.
All right.
Mine's gonna be a frog. When he transforms, he's still gonna be on 4 legs.
Nice. Does he have 4 legs, or is he on his hands and legs, or is he just no arms and 4 legs?
No, I guess frogs have arms.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm like just
I
thinking
always
about it
considered
now.
all of a frog's limbs legs. He's still on 4 limbs,
Okay.
touching the ground.
Kind of like when you know how Spider-Man kind of creeps around.
I guess so. Yeah, a little bit like that.
Okay.
And when he's in the bot form, he has his like long tongue turns into like a long
Lasso.
like a lasso.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And he just like grabs people with it, and then he's got Optimus Prime inspired shoulder cannons.
Okay.
So that's like his weapons in beast form, in bot form. Is like he's got like a lasso, a sticky lasso that used to be his tongue, and then some like shoulder cannons, and maybe he can blend into stuff. I don't know. It's
Okay.
like a iguana
Yeah, but
thing.
I think there's
feel like
room
maybe
for
there's, like,
for stuff like that. What's his attitude like?
I think he's gonna be goofy, but he's not like. He's gonna be goofy, but he's gonna be shy. Like he's not like Cheetor, where he's like cracking jokes, but also
Right.
like jumping into battle super easy.
Gotcha.
But he's not like a coward like Rat Trap either.
Yeah.
He's just like kind of like just like more safe about his decisions.
Right. I think that's a cool category. I think Jumper is a cool category. Like there'd be a lot of cool ones that you could do with that. And I'm interested for our listeners at home. What kind of
What
kind of bot would you be?
Yeah, if you were a beastie, what kind of beast would you be?
And you can't pick frog.
You can't pick frog. And you know what I mean? Try and be creative.
Yeah.
If you're like a bear is pretty much a gorilla with claws. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a bear.
It would be kind of cool. Like, if there was a bear character, it'd be kind of cool.
I'm a leopard.
But yeah,
You know what I mean?
leopard.
Like, there's
yeah.
a bunch that are lame, and don't pick those. But if you have a good brain, and if you're a fan, you should have a good brain.
We can even rate them.
Yeah,
we can tell you if it's good or not.
Tweet us like a description of what you would be as a beastie, and maybe next episode or the episode after that.
Yep.
We can go through them and rate them and tell you what we think about them. That sounds like fun.
And don't think we're going to go easy. It's like, you better come up with some good stuff.
Yeah, come correct because yeah, we're not messing around.
And I'll reveal mine as well next episode.
Next episode. Okay, stay tuned for episode 6 when Kevin reveals his beastie. He was supposed to do it this week, but he got scared. So he's gonna do his next week.
That's right.
Until then, I think that's it for the Beasties Boys. We'll catch you. We'll be. I know we were a day late this week, but we'll be back on Sunday next week. Love yous.
Bye-bye.